Hi, welcome to me crocheting instead of doing something productive. This is my first long form video, so bear with me a little and let me know what you think in the comments. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this little crochet duck with a frog hat, because obviously that's a completely necessary life skill. Before we get started, here are the materials you're going to need to use. Yarn in 3 colours, orange, green and yellow, a little bit of stuffing to fill it, a pair of scissors, a crochet hook, obviously, a darning needle, and a pair of safety eyes. I'm using 6mm safety eyes. Please note that this is not a tutorial for crocheting the individual stitches, but if you'd like to see that, let me know below. Right, we're going to start by crocheting the beak and the feet. So to do that, grab your orange yarn and make a slip knot. Insert your hook into the loop and chain 4. Now you're going to single crochet 3 across, skipping that first chain from the hook. That is your beak completed. Now take your scissors, snip the yarn, leaving a tail to sew on, and pull it through. I'll put that to one side. To crochet the feet, make a magic ring and chain 1. Into that magic ring, you'll want to double crochet 6. Pull the tail tight to close the magic ring and slip stitch in that first double crochet. It should look something like this. Now take your scissors, leave a tail and snip. You're going to need to make 2 of these. That's it for our orange yarn, so you can set that to one side. Next we'll crochet the duck's head. So grab your yellow yarn and make a magic ring. Into the magic ring, single crochet 6. Pull the tail to close the ring, and that's the end of row 1. For row 2, you are going to make an increase into each stitch. So in each stitch, single crochet 2. You should have 12 stitches by the end of the round. For round 3, make a single crochet into the first stitch and an increase into the second stitch. Repeat this 6 times around. You should have a total of 18 stitches by the end. For round 4, single crochet 2 and then increase. Repeat this 6 times around. You should have a total of 24 stitches in the end of the row. Don't forget to count your stitches at the end of each row to make sure you have the right number of stitches. For the next 4 rows, round 5 through 8, single crochet in each stitch with no increases. You should still have 24 stitches by the end of the 4 rows. Once you have finished round 8, it should look something like this. Now we are going to insert the eyes. Take your safety eyes and insert them between rows 6 and 7, 4 stitches apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Insert the first eye. Grab the second eye, count 4 stitches over, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then insert the second eye. Now we secure them, taking the backs, and we just pop them on. It should look something like this. Now grab your beak and your darning needle. You're going to sew the beak in between the eyes on those 4 stitches between the eyes. I like to tack the beak down on either side first and then go back and sew in between those remaining stitches. What I like to do is I like to snip these excess tails off while we're working on the head and then use them for part of the stuffing later on. Now continuing in row 9, what we are going to do is we're going to single crochet 2 in the first 2 stitches, and in the next 2 stitches we are going to make an invisible decrease and repeat that 6 times around. We should have 18 stitches by the end of the row. For the last round of the head, single crochet 1 and invisible decrease. Repeat 6 times around. You should have a total of 12 stitches by the end of the round. Once you finish that, slip stitch in the next stitch, leave a tail for sewing, and finish off. Your head should look something like this. Now you're going to grab a little bit of your stuffing, roll it into a ball and stuff the head. Next we will crochet the wings. Take your yellow yarn again and make a magic ring. Single crochet 6 into the magic ring, and pull it closed. For round 2, single crochet into the first 2 stitches and increase into the third. And repeat. You should have 8 stitches in your round now. For the next 3 rows, rows 3 through 5, make a single crochet in each stitch. Once you have reached the end of row 5, it should look something like this. Cut a tail for sewing and pull your hook out. You're going to need 2 of these. Now for the last thing for the duck, we need to crochet his body. So take your yellow yarn once more and make a magic ring. Single crochet 6 stitches into the magic ring. And pull it closed. For round 2, increase in each stitch, so we should have 12 by the end of the row. For round 3, single crochet into the first stitch and increase into the second stitch. Repeat this 6 times around for a total of 18 stitches. Once you have finished round 3, single crochet in each stitch for the next 5 rounds. For row 9, make a single crochet in the first stitch and an invisible decrease in the next stitch. Repeat that 6 times around for a total of 12 stitches. Now, snip the end off, pull the yarn through, and stuff the body. Should look something like this. You should now have all the duck pieces crocheted. To assemble the duck, take the head and the body first, and line up the stitches of the last round of each. There'll be 12 stitches on the last round of the head and 12 stitches on the last round of the body. Helps if you pin them together to keep them in place while you sew up. Line it like so and sew together. Now to position the wings, take the wing and you want to sew the last round, where the opening is, between rows 8 and 9 of the body. Sew through both sides of the wing to close that gap when you sew it onto the body. With the wings sewn on, it should look something like this. Lastly, we need to sew on the feet. The feet will go on between the 3rd and 4th row of the body, about 3 stitches apart. We placed about there. It will look something like this. Once you have all the pieces sewn together, it should look something like this. Now you could just stop here and have a little duck, or you can crochet a little frog hat for him as well. To crochet the frog hat, take your green yarn and make a magic ring. Single crochet 6 into the magic ring and then pull tight. In round 2, make an increase in each stitch. You should have 12 stitches by the end of the round. For round 3, single crochet into the first stitch and then increase into the second stitch. Repeat that 6 times around for a total of 18 stitches. For round 4, single crochet in the first 2 stitches and increase in the third. Repeat 6 times for a total of 24 stitches. For round 5, single crochet in the first 3 stitches and then increase in the fourth. Repeat this 6 times for a total of 30 stitches. Now for rows 6 and 7, you single crochet 1 in each stitch around. You should still have a total of 30 stitches by the end. For row 8, single crochet 4 in the first 4 stitches and then increase into the 5th stitch. But you're going to do it in the front loop only. So if you see the stitches, it looks like a V. This is the front loop and this is the back loop. So you're going to crochet into this front loop here. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you look now, there is a little ridge, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, of the back loops from where you didn't crochet into. So in the front loop only of this round, single crochet 4 and then increase 6 times for a total of 36 stitches. For the last round, working into both loops of the stitch again, single crochet 5 and then increase, repeating this 6 times for a total of 42 stitches around. I'll meet you back once you've finished. Once you have finished the round, slip stitch in the next stitch and fasten off. Your hat should look something like this. Next we're going to crochet these little eyes for the froggy hat. To do that, grab your green yarn, make a magic ring, and single crochet 6. For the second row, single crochet 1 into the first stitch and then increase into the second stitch. Repeat this 3 times around for a total of 9 stitches. Now for the third row, single crochet 1 in each stitch. And there is one eye. Take your scissors, leave a tail for sewing, and snip. You're going to need to make one more of these for a total of 2 eyes. To make the little black eyes on the frog hat, simply get a length of black yarn and put it onto your needle. Take your green part of the frog eye, insert your needle into one of the stitches, and then go into the stitch just below that stitch you just went into. Repeat that a couple more times until you have the eye about as big as you want. I like to do it about 3 times. Then to finish your eye off, knot the ends and hide them inside of the eye. And repeat that for the other eye. Now that you have sewed the eyeballs onto the eyes of the frog, the last thing we need to do is sew the eyes onto the hat. So to do that, simply take your hat, place the eyes approximately where you want them to go, and use a pin to keep them in place while you sew them on. Once you've sewn on your eyes, remember to weave in your ends and cut them off. And there you have a little frog hat. If you want, you can sew the frog hats onto the ducks so that the hats don't fall off. And there you go, there's a little frog. Thanks for watching the video, hope you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.